This is the Information Brief, a Holyoke media service with the most recent updates of relevance in the city of Holyoke and the Pioneer Valley. I'm Johan Rashivega, and this is the information for Tuesday, May 12th of 2020. Governor Charlie Baker announces a four-phase approach to reopening. Holyoke Public Library shares a list of free resources that do not even require to have a library card. You can submit comments to the Reopening Advisory Board. And we have the most recent numbers at the Holyoke Soldiers Home. This is the information. Governor Charlie Baker announced this Monday a four-phase approach to reopening the Massachusetts economy amidst the COVID-19 pandemic and published mandatory workplace safety standards that will apply across all sectors and industries once reopening begins. The goal of this phase reopening is to methodically allow certain businesses, services, and activities to resume based on public health guidance while protecting public health and limiting a resurgence of new COVID-19 cases. Phase 1 will be START. This means limited industries resume operations with severe restrictions. Phase 2 will be Cautious. Additional industries resume operations with restrictions and capacity limits. Phase 3 will be Vigilant. Additional industries resume operations with guidance. Phase 4 will be the New Normal. Development of a vaccine and/or therapy enable resumption of new normal activity. Businesses and activities that have been providing COVID-19 essential services will continue to operate. Certain businesses and activities with a lower risk of COVID-19 transmission will open in earlier phases. Decision and timing will be influenced by public health metrics for when the first phase of reopening begins, as well as when it is safe to move into concurrent phases. Additionally, Governor Baker presented the mandatory workplace safety standards developed by the Department of Public Health and the COVID-19 Command Center to reduce the risk of coronavirus transmission as employees and customers begin to return to workplaces during the first phase of reopening. These mandatory workplace safety standards are applicable to all sectors and industries that will be open in Phase 1 and create new workplace requirements for physical distancing, hygiene, staffing and operations, and cleaning. These standards are being released to give workplaces time to plan and prepare for reopening. For physical distancing, all persons, including employees, customers, and vendors, should remain at least 6 feet apart to the greatest extent possible, both inside and outside workplaces. Establish protocols to ensure that employees can practice adequate physical distancing. Provide signage for safe physical distancing. And require face covering use or mask for all employees. For hygiene, provide hand washing capabilities throughout the workplace. Ensure frequent hand washing by employees and adequate supplies to do so. Provide regular sanitation of high-touch areas such as workstations, equipment, screens, doorknobs, restrooms throughout the worksite. For staffing and operations, provide training for employees regarding the social distancing and hygiene protocols. Employees who are displaying COVID-19-like symptoms do not report to work. Establish a plan for employees getting ill from COVID-19 at work and a return to work plan. For cleaning and disinfecting, establish and maintain cleaning protocols specific to the business. When an active employee is diagnosed with COVID-19, cleaning and disinfecting must be performed. Disinfection of all common surfaces must take place at intervals appropriate to said workplace. In addition to these mandatory standards which apply to all workplaces, the Reopening Advisory Board is developing sector-specific safety protocols and best practices that will detail how particular industries should operate upon reopening. The Reopening Advisory Board is scheduled to provide its full report to Governor Baker on Monday, May 18th. The Holyoke Public Library is sharing with the community that the Massachusetts Board of Library Commissioners has created the We Are in This Together digital library on the agency's public portal, mass.gov/libraries. This resource gives residents easy access to free-for-now resources as well as library resources that are always free. Residents can access new resources that many nonprofits, authors, companies, and others are offering to residents who are at home due to the COVID-19 outbreak. Free and open access to online resources is nothing new to Massachusetts libraries. The Massachusetts Board of Library Commissioners, in partnership with the Massachusetts Library System, offers to the residents free access to research databases with no library card needed. Residents can access more than 350,000 ebooks and audiobooks. They can also access online resources from the Boston Public Library by signing up for an e-card, which allows them to stream movies, music, and TV series. Historic documents and photos are available with no library card needed through the Digital Commonwealth. This is in addition to all of the online resources that are offered by public libraries across the Commonwealth. You can see all of the free available resources by going to libraries.state.ma.us/pages/free resources. The list will continue to be updated as more free resources become available. And even though the doors at the Holyoke Public Library are temporarily closed, the library staff is available and active on social media with activities and virtual sessions. You can visit the library portal at holyokelibrary.org. Also, the link for these free resources by the state is available in the posting of this information brief. The state is offering to the public the opportunity to submit comments to the Reopening Advisory Board. Your comments will be reviewed and taken into consideration as the Advisory Board develops a reopening report. On April 28, Governor Baker announced the creation of the Reopening Advisory Board. This group is charged with advising the administration on strategies to reopen the economy and phases based on health and safety metrics. If you are interested in submitting comments to the board, please fill out the form that is available in the link posted on this information brief. Your comments will be reviewed and taken into consideration as the advisory board develops a reopening report that is due on May 18th. Once again, the link to the mass.gov website form to submit your comments is available in the posting of this information brief on our Facebook page. And regarding the Holyoke Soldiers Home, the numbers provided by the state as of this Tuesday are: testing results of all residents. 87 veteran residents have tested positive. All residents at the dedicated skilled nursing unit at the Holyoke Medical Center were retested, and several results came back positive, causing the uptick in today's positive numbers. The vast majority of veterans who newly tested positive are asymptomatic. 49 veteran residents have tested negative. As of resident locations, 104 residents are on-site and 32 residents are off-site. Of those, 31 residents are at a dedicated skilled nursing unit at the Holyoke Medical Center, and 1 resident is receiving acute care off-site. There are 88 veteran resident deaths, 74 positive, 13 negative, and 1 unknown. Regarding employees, 83 employees have tested positive. Stay in the know with Holyoke Media. We are reporting different announcements, services, and updates in the local, state, and federal level related to the COVID-19 emergency. The service is available in English and Spanish for our community in the city of Holyoke and the Pioneer Valley. This is information we have for today. We will continue updating and following up as soon as more information becomes available. If you have questions or information to share with us as well as your concerns, you can contact us on our different outlets on social media. We are on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and podcast distribution platforms. Also, you can watch us on Holyoke Cable Channel 15. Remember to wash your hands frequently. Keep a safe distance if you need to be out, and also remember to wear a face covering or mask. This has been the information brief for May 12, 2020. I'm Johan Rashi Vega. You're watching Holyoke Media.